it's Kayla. So in today's video, I'm joined with my sister here.
Hello, I'm Monique.
So we are gonna be making slime, and we did a test run last night just to see if everything goes well, if the recipe works, and it did. So I'm very excited to show you guys this. Without further ado, let's get into the video. To make this, you will need 1 cup of warm water. You will need 1 teaspoon of borax, and this is probably the hardest to find item on this whole list. Then you will need just 1 big bowl. You will also need some spoons, and this is actually recommended to mix the things and everything. Then you will need measuring cups and measuring spoons. You will need half a cup of glue, half a cup of shaving cream, and this can also be a nice scent if you'd like it to be. Half a cup of foam hand wash, and this is again to give it a nice scent and just make it a little fluffy. 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. You will need about 2 squirts of hand wash, any hand wash that you'd prefer. And lastly, you will need food coloring. Step number 1, you're going to need 1 cup of warm water, and you're going to need 1 teaspoon of borax. Okay, so you take your 1 teaspoon and you just take a little bit of borax and pour it into the water, and then you have to stir it until everything is dissolved. Okay? And just continue doing this until it is a clear mixture.
Just keep stirring, 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 just keep stirring.
Okay, so we are not going to be using this right now, so you can just put this aside, and then you're going to need a big bowl, any big bowl that you want, and this is what we're going to start making our slime in. Okay, so the next thing you're going to need is school glue, and you're going to need half a cup of this. Can you just hand me the measuring cup? So you're going to want to open this up. It's a little tight, but I'll get it. That's fine. Okay, so then you just pour it in here. The glue is farting. It looks a pinkish color, or is it just me?
No, it does.
It's pretty hard to get out.
I tried.
Yeah, you can maybe do that. She's always the stronger one. See, I couldn't have done that. Okay, so once you've got your half a cup of glue, you're gonna want to pour it into the bowl, and this is one of the reasons I asked my sister to help, because it's pretty sticky in here. So my hands are gonna be the hands that are gonna get dirty if there's any things left in the measuring cups. So just pour it in. Okay,
Just pour this in.
and you can use a spoon just to get some of the excess glue or other things that you're gonna be needing out. Now this does get pretty messy, so just be advised. It's just weird that it's pink. I'm not used to pink glue. Is that enough?
Yeah.
Okay. So my hands are getting dirty already. Okay, so now you're gonna need a half a cup of shaving cream. So this one is scented. I'm not sure what scent it is, but it's gonna make it smell a little better, I think. Get out over there. And then you're just gonna add this, and this is probably gonna make it the fluffiness of it. So just.
I love the foam. No, it's enough.
Okay.
I love the foam.
Okay, so okay. Access going. Okay, you can pour that in. Is it getting out? Okay. Just use the spoon. Okay, so this is a very fun thing to do. You can probably do it with your friends or your family members. It's just a very fun project to do, and like I said, it can get messy, but that's the fun part. Okay, so now you're gonna need half a cup of foam hand wash, as you can see here. And again, this is gonna make it more foamy and just more fluffy. Okay, so we're just gonna put this in this measuring cup again.
Okay.
I just wanted to make it not as fluffy as possible. So. And this is again gonna also put in the sink because this is a coconut water foam hand wash, so it's just gonna make it smell a little better, I guess. Okay, so as you can see, this is what we have going on here, all this foaminess and the glue. And it's pretty white at the moment, but don't worry, the color will come.
And remember to have tissues with you, because it can get messy, as she said.
Okay, but the next thing we are going to be needing is just plain hand wash, not foam, just plain. And this again will bring another scent into this. And you don't need a lot, just about like 2 squirts. Just, you know, just to make it a little smell nice. Okay, so next you're gonna be needing 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And here in South Africa, we also name it maizena. So you're just gonna want to pour that into the mixture as well. She can do that since my hands are full of glue and things. That makes a funny noise, like sizzling almost. Okay. So now for the fun part, you are going to need your food coloring. And my sister begged me to make this pink, so we're gonna go with some pink slime. So, do you want to add this? Okay. As you can see, she's adding the food coloring now. And another thing that a lot of people do is they add glitter, and that will just make it a different texture and just make it a little more pizzazzy. Okay, so once we've got all our ingredients in this bowl, we are going to want to stir all this together. And again, we got this spoon here, so you can mix it all up and make it a nice pink color. So you just want to mix it all up. I think this needs a little more food coloring. It's too white. Could you just like carry on? I'm just gonna get the food coloring.
Make sure to mix everything very well.
You can add a little more food coloring. I don't know how much. Don't want to make it too... Okay, I think I just messed it up. Oh no. I knew I wasn't to be trusted with food coloring. Oh wait, it's coming out nice, isn't it? Oh, my hands now look all bloody and gross. Can you please hand me tissue? I don't want to stain the table. Look at my hands now. It's all red. I like the color.
Mix very well.
I like the pink. It looks like a marshmallowy pink color.
Yes, I love marshmallow pink.
So you're gonna want to mix until it's, you can just see everything is mixed together. There's no more lumps and things. And then we are gonna be starting to add our water and borax contraption into this to make it a little more solid and just to make it that slimy texture. When you feel your own slime, you can feel it's like a foamy feeling, like shaving cream almost. Like, yeah. Okay, so like I said, now you're gonna want to add your water borax mixture, and that's just gonna make it into the slime ball, that it's not too sticky. Okay, so you're gonna want to add little by little, and when we did it last night, you had to use quite a lot, and we couldn't like memorize the amount that we use because I think every slime is different. So just add little by little, and we used the 1 tablespoon to add it in.
If it didn't dissolve correctly, then just make sure to get everything, but you must make sure everything dissolves so it doesn't get clumps in it.
That's why the warm water is an important part. So at first you're going to want to mix this with your spoon, and then later on when it gets to a certain consistency, you're going to want to use your hands a little bit. So, okay, I'm not going to mix this. Okay, so just mix it up. And it does take a while. Like we said, we're not sure about the exact measurements of the amount of borax and water you need, but you will feel when it starts to get a little more, I guess, slime-like. Okay, so as you can see, I am mixing this all up, and maybe add a little more now.
It will look a little bit watery, but just mix it. You'll see it will get better.
Especially when you work it with your hands, when you add more borax and water, you will feel that it feels too wet, but just work it through your hands and then it will get to that slimy consistency. So be aware that the borax is extremely poisonous, so definitely keep out of reach for children, and just make sure you have a parent that helps you if you are making this yourself. So just keep on mixing this all up, and I think it's about ready for me to use my hand. So when it gets to this consistency, this blob of consistency, you can start using your hands to just mix everything together. So now let's pick this up a bit and work it with your hands. And what the borax water does, it, like I said, it makes that it doesn't stick so much to your fingers. Like you can see, it's still very sticky on your fingers and these little lumps behind. So you just want to work that through and keep adding borax and water. So you can see it's very slimy.
Must I take your ring off, or is it too late?
Oh no, I forgot that last night too. Wait, I think, okay, take it off. Thank you so much. And just keep on doing this until it's the right consistency that you want it to be. And obviously if you want it to be a lot sticky, it's totally up to your preference, but I don't want it to stick to my hands the whole time. Okay, so just like, work it. Okay, so mixing it all together, you can see the stretchiness. It's sticking to my fingers all over the place.
Must I put more in?
Wait, I just want to stretch it a little. When it's wet and you work it and then it feels okay, but then after a while, like someone with dry hands, if they touch it, sometimes it will still leave excess slime. So just make sure it's all working together and doesn't stick to your hands if you don't want it to be that sticky. So far it feels okay, but your hands are still clean, so maybe you should try it just to make sure it's not just my wet hands that is making it that way.
Okay, it's still very sticky.
Okay, so we need more borax and water. Okay, just hand it over here. Maybe get some of that off of your fingers. It may take a while. Last night we used a little spoon, so it took a long while for it to get to the right consistency. But just keep on doing this process over and over until, like I keep saying, until it's slimy. Or just to the consistency that you like. And obviously when you make slime over and over again, like this slime, you will get better at it and know like how much you will need and the consistency that works for you. Oh, it's making like popping noises. Would you like to show them the slime we made last night? I put handy.
Okay, this is the slime we made.
Yeah, we made it a nice mint green color. So, how does it feel for you now?
I like it. I really like it.
Is it like too sticky or like nice to?
It's nice.
It's nice. It's like a nice texture and you can play with it, and making the whole process is just very fun, especially when you have someone helping you. It's just very fun, and combining the two and working it with your hands, nice and slimy.
The pink one's mine.
And when you're finished making your slime, make sure it's in a airtight container so it doesn't go to waste. That's very important. Like we put this in an airtight container so it doesn't like clump up and get hard and things like that. So you will see when you break it apart, you will see there is like air bubbles. Wait, let me just get a nice clean. So you can see there's air bubbles, and that's what makes this the fluffy slime. Obviously you get different types of slime, but we like the fluffy slime, as you can see here. Okay, so that's about it, I guess. It's nice consistency. Just like, it's very easy and very fun to make, and you can play with it. It's like awesome to play with. I can do this for hours.
Don't let it get in your hair.
That's not very good. And like I said again, just a warning, don't get this like in children's mouths and things, since it does contain borax, which is very bad for you. So,
and all kinds of soap.
And all kinds of soap. And I don't think it would be very delicious to eat, would it?
No, but it smells nice.
Yeah, that's like all the soap bees and the thingies. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you're going to make this, and definitely tag me on Instagram, on photos. My social medias are all in the description box below, so definitely make this. This is very fun to make, trust me. Definitely subscribe, I would really appreciate that, and I will see you guys in my next video. Be weird
And be proud of it.
Love you guys so much. Bye. Do things.